Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Geek Out Championship Wrestling, the only wrestling podcast that has the huevos rancheros to do a podcast on a pay-per-view basis. I am your host with the most, Mr. Chris Nolan, and across the ring from me is my co-host with the co-most, Mr. Timmy C.
Hello, hello.
I try to do like a Mr. Kennedy thing with your name every time, but there's no crowd to shout out.
And there was no like repeat of C, like with the Canada.
It's just C. Yeah, then everyone would just think that you're I always do this. I always reference a wrestler and I can never remember his name.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Alberto Del Rio.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or El Patron.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Or at this point, any like Spanish wrestler, or
Happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day. Sad Rusev Day a little bit.
Well, a little bit, but it was quite a blissful pay-per-view that we had, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right.
The man came out.
That's true.
Twice.
And NXT, of course, kicks it off with another great takeover.
A banger.
And actually, we started off NXT with quite an introduction.
Yeah.
For the War Raiders.
Yeah.
AKA War Machine.
Yeah.
War. Yeah.
War,
I thought that was pretty cool. Although if they could get it where they're banging the shields at the same time, that would have been cool. Like if they were in unison.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get for like outsourcing talent from Full Sail University.
I was assuming that's kind of where all of them came from.
I mean, they're from. It was in Phoenix, so you'd think it's probably local people. It actually probably would have been better if you got people from Full Sail because it's. I don't know if it's 100% an art school, but like there's a heavy like arts department for it. Actually, one of the guys that I work with right now was at Full Sail for audio production.
Really?
And I was like, oh, did you ever? And he was like, no, I barely even knew. He doesn't know wrestling, so he was like, I barely even knew about it. Like I knew that they had, like a live event space, but it's just like most colleges, like yeah, they got a stadium, or whatever.
He's like, I met some Levesque guy, but I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, no, he's big, tall, not blonde, bald, dude.
Yeah. So the Undisputed Era was defending their tag team championships against the War Raiders.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a pretty good fight.
It was. It was a great way to open up the show.
And the crowd was behind both teams.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah. Which was nice because I feel like both of us were still a little like, on the War Raiders. Like I know I've pardon me. I've like heard about them, seen, some clips of them from the indies, but I feel like they hadn't really had much opportunity to show off in NXT yet. Like this was both their coming out party and their coronation.
Yeah. The agility for
my God.
guys those size is pretty awesome.
Yes.
I thought your boy Roderick Strong did really well.
Yeah. My personal best friend, Roderick Strong.
I thought everything kind of started out kind of slow, which most matches do, but it really picked up.
It's fine. It's good to build.
Yeah. I really thought the Undisputed Era was going to retain.
Yeah.
There was a couple pinfalls that I was a little surprised about, but ultimately I'm okay with the War Raiders winning. I don't think either of us picked it though.
No, we did not. It was a good showing. It was one of those moments where you were like, I'm totally fine with these guys, coming over because like they earned it.
Right.
Whether or not I'm I picked them, they earned it. They get to hold those titles.
Well, and I don't know about you, but whether we pick it correctly or not, I just care about a good match.
Yeah, no, if it's a good match, it doesn't matter who wins.
Right. Yeah, I'm cool with it. So, I mean, ultimately I thought it was a good kickoff to the show.
Yes. They do a great job of setting the tone with the first match.
They do. Then we had Matt Riddle against Cassius Ohno.
Yep. The match that I was least excited about.
And actually, it turned out to be okay.
They pulled it off.
I thought this was a little bit better than the women's match.
Yeah.
To be honest, I thought the women's match was just okay.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that next.
I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. Matt Riddle, like I knew he was good, just because of like the buzz around him, but like I mean, his first confrontation. Yeah,
bruh.
His first confrontation with Cassius Ohno was just kick or
squash.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Their second match together was good. It was entertaining, and they upped it. You know, they were like, guys, this is a takeover. Yeah, we gotta take it a step further. And I was like, okay, cool. I would love for him to fight somebody else now. You know, someone that I can get behind, someone that I can stand.
Somebody kind of with more chemistry. I mean, these two, they don't really have it.
Like I said on the last episode, I like the idea of Cassius Ohno being like the stepping stone, like the guy that's like, hey, you know, I'm gonna be the proving ground for your next darlings.
Yeah, and I think that kind of showed. But I'm kind of looking forward to, you know, seeing Riddle kind of like, what's his character gonna be? You know, it's very UFC kind of focused. And I don't know. I think we've seen the UFC thing so far before with the women. So I'm kind of looking forward to maybe seeing how the character develops and kind of what Triple H has in mind for Matt Riddle. But I really think that with his skill set, the sky's the limit. But I'm really kind of curious kind of how we proceed from here.
Yeah, like I think he can be a great addition to the company if he gets a good spot. And I'm a little worried that he's just going to be Surfer Dude,
bro.
He's gonna try to go to SmackDown and steal Daniel Bryan's new belt and try to smoke it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then gonna be, and then
that would be kind of funny though.
It would.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be. He tweeted about it too, so you know it's not just me calling him pothead. But then be sorely surprised that hemp is not the same as marijuana. Well, but that's my soapbox for the night.
Yeah, it's okay.
They're two different things.
Well, but I do think sometime in NXT will do Matt Riddle good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's any rush to bring him up to the main roster.
No,
yet,
I agree.
So I think he's good.
After seeing him fight a little bit, I'm like I said, I'm excited to see him go up against someone that I like more. Maybe someone that can keep up with him a little bit better, because Cassius is a little sluggish.
Yeah.
You know, nothing against him. He's still, you know, can run circles around me, I'm sure. But yeah, like someone that's up to fighting Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
I would love to see him go up against Keith Lee. That boy can move.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Let's since I talked about the women's match, just go ahead and jump into that as well. So the women's championship, Shayna Baszler retained.
Yes.
Against Bianca.
Bianca Belair finally suffered her first defeat.
She whipped her hair back and forth.
She did. Did you see? I mean, I'm sure you did because they closed in on it.
What happened?
The scar? Huh.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
Oh man, that was genius.
Yes. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I thought she was pretty good for her first, you know, big match.
Yes.
You know, on a pay-per-view, on a takeover. She held her own.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I was kind of just okay about it.
Yeah.
There was nothing that I can really write home about.
Yeah, we've seen better from Baszler, and I'm not trying to pull a Sam Roberts, but like, you know, that's you know, about on par with Bianca Belair's. You know, like, I mean, she's still, I don't know, I like her, but I agree that she's not quite main event yet. But she's great, and like a little more time with some more variety of people. I think also. I mean, granted, I don't know either of their journey before NXT, but I feel like the majority of people that we've seen Bianca Belair go up against, at least look or feel like they have more experience than Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
So like maybe Bianca Belair is used to like them carrying the match more, whereas like this one was probably like more of an even distribution, because I feel like both Bianca Belair and Shayna Baszler have or at least they seem to have the same amount of like in-ring experience, and like Shayna Baszler, because she also has that the like UFC or MMA, whatever MMA she was in experience. She's a little bit more with experienced with just combat fighting in general.
Agreed.
So my what's armchair analysis of it is that's at least that's how it came off looking to me.
Okay.
I
would like to see a women's match without an interference.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand why, but I thought that we're kind of building up between the two of them, and then we had interference.
Yeah.
But do you think Bianca gets a rematch?
Well, I mean, in this new era of no automatic, I could see them building up to.
Because who would be the next challenger?
Mia Yim, of course.
Well, besides her.
But yeah, no, I
could
see
Candice LeRae.
Yeah. She's.
I would love for her.
Oh my God.
To be the next in line.
Right.
She's smoking hot.
Yeah, and she had a great showing in the Royal Rumble this week.
We'll get to that. Yes, very good showing.
Yes.
Anyway,
I could see Candice LeRae being one of the next ones.
That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. That's what I would look forward to.
It looks like they're doing. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch this week's NXT yet, but I was just watching it before you got over here.
Aww.
Yeah. Oh. But it does look like Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir.
Yes.
They're
the interferers.
Yes, they're. With them like going up against Kairi Sane and Io Shirai, like maybe Kairi Sane and Io Shirai can find a third person and they could have some sort of like 6-woman tag match kind of shit going on, and then like kind of carry that over, and maybe Candice LeRae could be the third person in that, and like all three of them, supporting each other, trying to.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. So speaking of Candice LeRae,
yes.
Her man was in an amazing match against Rick O'Shea.
So good, and I feel like they've firmly established the fact that they have no desire to sign John Morrison back, or at least not back on NXT
because of Johnny G.
Since John Morrison left the WWE and has like been jumping around with some other things,
He's
Johnny Mundo for when he was on Lucha Underground, Johnny Impact when he was on Impact Wrestling. So like I was thinking like if he came back, what would he be? And then they started like Johnny Gargano takes on the moniker of Johnny Takeover, and I'm like, oh, that's totally what it would have been.
Yeah.
So I guess he's not. He's not meant for. I mean, he'd probably just do Morrison again, if he's coming back.
Unbelievable match,
so good. And no doubt in my mind that this was going to be that damn good.
Yeah, but probably one of the best matches I have ever seen.
Yeah,
like lived up to every bit of hype. Just amazing back and forth, fantastic chemistry. Gargano is Johnny Takeover.
Yes.
I don't know of another wrestler that is that good in NXT and has been that good. We've seen the likes of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. We've seen Shinsuke Nakamura.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a laundry list of great matches. Finn Balor, of all of these great matches. But Johnny G, man, puts on a show every single time out, and this match was no different. I rewind just to watch it again because that's how much I love the match. I don't know about you, I loved this match.
No, it was so damn good. Like both of them are huge, talents, and like they both, are able to bring their A game every single time. Like, and they're able to mix up the shit that they're doing in the ring enough to the point where like it doesn't get stale, like it's still fresh.
But what didn't they kick out from?
Right?
What
more moves are there?
Kick out, and the whole fight forever. It was just.
I love a legitimate fight forever.
This was it.
Yeah,
this was great.
That was it. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Like they can get it.
Yeah.
Like
It felt like an indie match.
Yeah.
It felt like,
which is what NXT is supposed to, and I'm so glad when they do it.
yeah. It was a lot of fun to watch. 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10, 15 out of 10. I don't care what you grade it. It was the
Calm down,
match
Dave.
of the weekend. I hate Dave.
Me too.
Yeah, you can suck it. Anyway, last match. Who did you pick in that? Did we? I know
I believe
went.
we both went Gargano. I want to say the only match on the takeover that we disagreed on was women's.
Oh, okay.
Here, hold on. I could be a professional and have this up and ready to go.
I didn't mean to throw you the curveball, but I was just curious about that. You know what? I'll intro
vamp for me.
NXT Championship match between Aleister Black and Tommaso Ciampa. And this match to me was exactly what I expected. I thought it was good, not great. Their chemistry is good in the ring. There was a couple, oh, hey, great move. And then there was others that I was like, okay, this is way too slow. Let's go.
Pick up the pace.
Yeah. Pace from Texas, El Paso. Anyway, bad joke. But
terrible joke.
I guess it was no surprise that Ciampa retained.
Yeah. No surprise to me.
Yeah. Well, apparently.
It was actually quite a surprise. Oh wait. Oh no. I'm sorry. Or no. Yeah. No. Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Did we?
The women's match was the only one that we disagreed on. And we both chose. To mark to Ricochet. I smarked to Gargano.
Well played.
Also, by the way, as my records will show, oddly enough, the only match that I did not correctly predict from a Smark perspective was the women's match.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah. You did correctly guess that one.
Yeah. Well, it's like a fairy tale ending that we saw 4 times in order to get the pin. But hey, it worked for Ciampa.
Yeah.
And at the end, he teams up with his buddy.
Oh, and
who else comes out?
Yeah.
Tell me who comes out.
Oh, Johnny So we have Johnny Gargano come out. They have a cute little moment.
That's true. And then
Show
the
ends.
music hits.
Show ends. Then my boy and yours, the Velveteen Dream walks out. Velveteen Dream. And then it was Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, baby.
And who are the other ones that came out? Was it? Well, Aleister Black came back up.
Well, yeah, he
the
came
ring.
from the ring,
and then Rick O'Shea came out.
Yep. And so for the Super Bowl at halftime, you could watch Maroon 5, or you could watch these 6 guys fight.
I am so excited for that. I am totally
I'm going
tuning
with
in.
option B, please.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yes, please.
Aren't you glad you have the network?
I am. I'm glad that I forgot to cancel it after my free trial of getting it back. Although I will say, for those of you that do not have the network, you can also watch it on Facebook and YouTube, and I think somewhere else as well.
Yeah, there might be a third, but
yeah.
Wow. Again, another amazing takeover.
Very much so.
And continue to shine that beautiful crown of yours.
Yes.
As you again retain the takeover crown.
Yes.
That's right.
I am the king of the predictions.
Yes. Well, we'll call him the we'll call you something. That's true.
Yeah. So then before we jump over to the Royal Rumble, I did have a fun anecdote of how I watched it. So, so I was on I was leaving for a work trip that everyone else was like, oh, let's just meet up at 5 to drive up to upstate New York. And I was like, oh.
What are you, nuts?
Yeah, right. So I was like, okay, I'll drive the first half. We'll stop and get food, and then someone take over so I can take a sleep or something like that. So about 7:30 rolls around. And we've made it to the turnpike, the Jersey Turnpike. And I'm like, I'm getting kind of hungry, guys. And everyone else is like, yeah, we could eat. And so we stop and get food. And then, so I'm like, all right, you good to take over? Awesome. And I sit back down, I look at the clock, and I'm like, oh, it's like 2 minutes from 8. Perfect. I have unlimited data. I have the WWE Network on my phone. I know what I'm doing for the rest of the trip.
Earbuds in.
Yeah, exactly. I should have left it synced to the Bluetooth in the car, so all of them had to listen to it.
Yeah, that would have been
But
fun.
but it was so fun. I don't usually like watching like a big event like that on such a little screen, but it was way better than just
Not
looking
watching it.
Yeah, it was way better than doing nothing.
Yeah.
Such a good show. Even though I don't feel like doing the quick math, but it does look like about 75% of both of our predictions were way wrong.
Yes.
Although I will say, we smarked pretty well.
Well, yes. I thought. Well, and you know what that tells you is that it was pretty predictable.
Yeah.
So we'll go through some of these matches. The good ones we'll spend a little bit more time on. A kickoff show match that was just kind of thrown together.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode and Chad Gable against Razor and Scott Dawson.
Yeah.
That was thrown together pretty quickly.
That is a weird. Well, so yeah, I heard. I guess it's the other one in AOP got injured.
Akam.
Akam, yes.
There you go.
Akam and Razor,
Yes.
Akam
was injured, so
the snapping turtle and wolf from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze.
Heroes in a Half Show.
Fun fact: it is Razor. Razor is the wolf.
So this was a match that I'll be honest, I didn't watch.
I didn't watch the kickoff show at all.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, and I, from what I understand, I didn't miss much.
Yeah.
But Ready, Willing, and Gable and the Glorious One came out on top, and those two are talents that continue to be buried. I don't understand what's going on.
Even though they are the tag champs,
I don't get it. Yeah. I'm pretty much yeah.
But you know what? At least Dawson got to be on a pay-per-view in some facet.
Shinsuke against Rusev.
Surprisingly on the kickoff show. Although I guess since Rusev was in the match, it's not so surprising. Since
this was another one that I again with Shinsuke, he has boring matches.
Yeah.
It's the same thing over and over again, and I don't know if he's driving it or if creative's driving it, but boy, he was awesome in NXT.
Yeah.
And his run in WWE is terrible.
Uh-huh.
It's awful. But yeah, so he retains. And then the last kickoff match is the Cruiserweight Championship. Yes. Which
little Mr. Bliss.
Buddy Murphy. Mr. Murphy. Actually put on quite a show. There was a lot, and you had to expect it with the four guys that they had in there. Yeah. That there would be some pretty fun over-the-top spots, and there was.
Over-the-top rope?
But I was a little surprised, obviously, that Itami did not win. Did not look as dominant as I had thought.
A lot of people have been thanking him on Twitter recently.
Because he had asked for his release.
Did he?
He is now gone from WWE.
Okay, that's why he's changed his name back to Kente.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
So, rumor has it that he's heading back to New Japan.
Okay.
So, I think it's unfortunate because when he came with a lot of pop and circumstance.
Yes.
I think
I like that a lot of pop and circumstance.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I popped when he was announced in NXT, but unfortunately he got injured.
Yeah.
And again.
Yeah.
And again. So he really didn't get the kind of run that I thought he deserved, because he is talented.
And clearly he felt the same way.
Yeah. Well, he came up with a go to sleep. Suck on that, punk. But
whoa, watch it there, Colt Cabana.
This was my pipe bomb today, so whatever. So anyway, Buddy retained. Do you have anything more you want to add to that match?
No, like I said, I missed it. So
okay, well let's get into something
it's cool that Buddy retained.
That you'll get excited about.
Yeah.
The SmackDown Women's Championship, Asuka against your favorite Becky Lynch.
I meant to be wearing my my new Becky Lynch shirt while we were recording this, but I got distracted and forgot to put it on.
Well, I'm sure you'll just throw it away like you did the Alexa Bliss one, sitting in the corner there. you just give it up. Yeah.
I'm sorry that I got fat and can't fit into it anymore.
Well, I tell you,
That's why I'm going to the gym so much.
you're the beard.
Yeah, right. Yeared of the beard. Sir.
I thought this was a really good match.
It was so good.
Asuka, I very underrated.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's back. Her winning that belt at the last pay-per-view and the triple threat, I thought was great.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that she's back.
Yeah.
I really am. It was a really good match.
Mm-hmm. And in the context of that, more power to her being able to maintain ownership of that belt. Like I much like how she had such a dominant, championship run in NXT, I feel like she could have an amazing run on the main roster, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do with it now that, fast forward a little bit, Becky Lynch has, announced that she's going to go after the Raw Women's Champ.
So do you think we'll get Charlotte Asuka?
I would love for that to happen, mostly because I don't want a triple threat between the Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda at WrestleMania.
Because if you don't get that, then I don't know who Asuka faces.
Yeah,
to put on a good show.
Yeah, it's true. Nikki Cross. Actually, Nikki Cross and Asuka did have a banger of a match.
Yeah, banger and match. Got it. But I do think that an Asuka Charlotte Part 2 would be a good one. And winning via the Asuka lock.
Yeah.
So she made the man tap out.
Yes. Part of me was very upset about that.
Uh-huh. Well, it's okay. I thought it was very blissful. What a nice finish. The SmackDown Tag Team Championship. You had The Miz and Shane O'Mac.
Boo.
Against Debar. So you and I kind of thought this going into it.
Yeah.
That McMahon would win.
Yeah. It's hard to go up against a McMahon.
That's true. So
even God can't win against a McMahon.
So I don't know. I was impressed with the shooting star press at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
The same. I was like, shit.
That was impressive to me. Shane McMahon always
not
breaks
since
out.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Well, Shane McMahon always brings out at least one move.
Yeah.
Outside of the coast to coast, which I really don't think is that. Whatever.
It doesn't do anything for me.
But I don't know. This feels like this storyline now that they've included Mrs. Dad, and this feels like something where the Miz is going to turn.
Yeah.
On Shane McMahon.
I'm actually upset that it hasn't happened already.
That's how it's setting up, and I'm okay with the slow burn though.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it.
Same.
Because don't jump into it. Let's burn this for a little bit.
For let's burn it down.
I'll get there.
For me, it's mostly like I'm already. I mean, for the last year, I've been tired of Shane O'Mac.
Yeah.
Being part of storylines, so that's why I'm like, yeah, fucking turn on him. Otherwise, yes, I do love a slow burn.
Yeah. So that's happening. So that's the only, I guess, a silver lining or consolation.
A silver lining playbook.
Ooh, nice one, Bradley Cooper.
Huh?
To me, that's the only thing that really kind of makes this okay. I don't think the bar was really,
fair. They weren't. They were no Bludgeon Brothers.
That's true, and we'll find out more about them later. So we have new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. We have the Raw Women's Championship with Ronnie against Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Which, again, I will reiterate what I said at the last recap show that we did. I'm not impressed with Ronda Rousey in the ring anymore.
Yeah, no, same.
She's like a one-trick pony. And
once she started going off the top rope, I was like, oh, okay. They've run out of things for her.
It's botch after botch after botch. And it's very...
She is really good about transitions into her Piper's Pit, I think is what she calls it.
Right.
Her version of the F5.
Yes.
She's That's at this point, that's like the main thing that she has going for her.
So then treat her like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Brock's only good at a couple moves, so focus on that. Don't do these holds that you can't do. Everything looks forced. Everything looks like she reminds me of a musician that hasn't practiced but still gets up on stage and expects to be the best.
Yeah.
And then you see them fiddle around, get fumble fingers.
You know what? At me next time. All right.
You want me to?
I was a musician that never practiced.
Oh, really?
I
didn't mean that personally. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to.
I was
trying to do that to you.
I was really bad. I was really bad at practicing. Anyway, Ronda.
But that's what it reminds
me
of.
Ronda Rousey is the me of wrestling. I got it.
No, I wouldn't say that. But you're so much better looking. But
if she had this beard.
Awkward. But yeah, I don't know. Do you see the same thing I do when you watch?
Yeah,
them?
no. I was talking with the guys in the car because like some of them are like mildly interested in wrestling, or they used to watch wrestling, so it's still cool to talk to them about it. And like I was talking about Ronda Rousey, and I was like, man, it's been a crazy whirlwind for her. Like when she first got signed, we were all like, no, she's not ready. She should go to developmental or train for another year or something like that before she gets into the ring. And then she had that amazing match at WrestleMania last year, and we were like, oh shit, no, she's good shit.
Yep.
And then like it was like almost like a law of diminishing returns. Like she had like 3 really good matches, and then she hasn't really been able to get up to that level again. Every once in a while she'll throw in something cool, like even her like match, what was it, like 2-3 months ago against Nia Jax,
right?
She did those like step up like knees to the face and whatnot, where she actually like climbed up Nia Jax.
Yes, that
was awesome. That was very innovative, and I was like, fuck yeah, that I thought I was heating back up to Ronda Rousey, but then it was
good.
She I think I think you're on the right track with like everything seems very forced with her. Like I think she needs to work more on her improvisation in the ring,
and look more comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
Like
maybe
even
also
when
like
Sasha Banks went into the bank statement, and then like when she broke out of it, it was like, okay, I'm moving your leg this way, like I'm moving your like everything just didn't seem comfortable.
Yeah. No, Rhonda, you need to put your arm over here. And she's like, oh, sorry. Oh, no, you have my arm.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, Ronnie retains.
Yeah, we both saw that coming.
Right. Well, because we saw what's coming next.
Yeah.
Do we, let's see. Let's get into the Royal Rumble matches.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's jump into it.
Or, we'll get
Actually, do you want to finish off the singles and then...
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into...
Have the proper main events.
Okay, that's fine. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles.
I wanted to like this match a lot more, and I think part of it was placement. It was hard for it to go up right after the Women's Rumble, especially with how the Women's Rumble ended.
Yeah.
Like, it was... that was one of those moments where I was like, I feel bad for whatever match was next. Because I wasn't sure what the order was going to be. There's at least 2 other matches. Right. So I was like, that is going to be a hard act to follow. And unfortunately, like, it was a pretty by the numbers match. Like, both of them are great wrestlers. Do not get me wrong.
Yep.
They're great wrestlers, but there was nothing spectacular about that match. And the audience felt it. I think they felt it, and they were like, let's just get through this.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan's, thinking about the new belt in his head, trying to finish the designs for it. I did see a cute meme that had like clips from like Total Bellas or something like that from like a year or so ago, where Daniel Bryan's chopping wood, and the caption, and then it showed him holding up the new belt, and the caption was like, now we know what he was chopping wood for.
Exactly.
Since I doubt he needed a fire, they live out in the desert. I know they live out in... Do they live out in Washington or Arizona?
I don't remember.
He's from Washington.
He is from Washington.
But I think they live in Arizona.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I said this the last show. I think AJ Styles just seems either tired or disinterested or something. Like he's just not vibing the way that he was before. And I think it's reflective in his matches, which is a shame. But I think AJ Styles just needs a break. And I said this as a prediction for 2018, and we're into 2019, and the boy still hasn't had a break. I think he needs a break.
Give AJ a break.
Yeah, he really does. I think he needs to recharge, refresh, and maybe jump over to Raw.
New year, new him.
And start something fresh with somebody, and get out of, kind of the rut. He seems like he's in a rut. And, good for Dan O'Brien and winning. I'd really be interested to see what they're going to do with AJ Styles going forward. I think he needs something else.
Well, I think one of the big rumors when he dropped the title was that he wanted to take time off. He wanted to go on vacation with Wendy.
He should.
Wendy.
Samoa.
Wendy
Brock
Styles.
Lesnar and Finn Balor.
So around this time, we had made it to our hotel, and I checked in, and I took a shower during this match.
You missed out on some really good offense by Finn Balor.
So I've heard.
And
there was something about him throwing Brock into a table.
Yeah, I was, for a little bit there, I thought Finn Balor might pull this off. I knew he wouldn't because he didn't come out as the Demon. But
that just means the next time they meet up, he will be the Demon.
That's true. But I don't know if there'll be a next time, especially with how they finished it. After the match, of course, Brock Lesnar wins, and then Brock Lesnar essentially beats the crap out of him. With multiple suplexes, hits him with a couple F5s, and really just leaves him. And it was really just like the biggest, well, fuck, that sucks.
It was almost like Vince McMahon was just verbally berating Finn, but with the physicality of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, they really wanted to put over how amazingly strong Brock Lesnar is. And you could have still gotten that if he didn't do that after the match. Finn Balor put on a great show.
It's almost like beating someone is enough to let you know that they're really strong.
And it was. And Finn got some great offense in, and at the end, Brock won, right? Brock, did what he had to do and
Spoiler
won.
alert.
Right. Well, we're doing a recap show, right?
Well,
but then
it's not a prediction; it's a spoiler.
Right. At the end, that just really kind of killed it for me, and it took the match, in my opinion, from pretty up there as one of the matches of the night to really just a dud. I hated it.
That's a shame
because you knew that Vince was behind it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Lesnar. And this made me even less of a fan because you really just buried Finn Balor again.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. So that's really all I got to say about that match. It sucks. Maybe bring AJ Styles to Raw and put him against Finn Balor.
There you go. They had that great match a year and a half ago.
Yep. That really kickstarted AJ Styles.
Yeah.
All right, so Women's Royal Rumble.
Can we just talk about how much I do not like Lacey Evans?
And yet I took a picture of her and sent it to you with the belts. And you were like, get her off your TV screen.
Yeah.
Why do you hate her so much?
She's not that great in the ring, and who knows? Maybe I'm too much of a I don't know what do they call them? Woke SJW, soy fuckboy.
You're on a roll. Keep
yeah,
going.
Right. But no, I don't like her gimmick of everyone should be a housewife.
Who was your most surprising entrant? Who came out and you're like, oh, right. Who is your most exciting? We'll say exciting.
Yeah. Oddly enough, Casey, the fuck is her last name? The
Catanzaro.
Catanzaro, yes.
How cool is she?
I had forgotten that she was like signed to NXT.
She's cool.
And she did the Kofi spot better than Kofi
yes,
and better than Naomi, because Naomi did the same fucking spot from last year. But yeah,
but unfortunately for her, she did the Kofi spot, and then she gets up into the ring and gets knocked right out.
Half the time, that's what happens to Kofi too.
Well, I thought she should have deserved to stay back.
But yes, I know, I agree. But it was great, and yeah, she's adorable. She's my pocket-sized, type.
Mine was Candice LeRae.
Yeah,
I was most excited when she came
love
out.
some Candice LeRae.
Who was most impressive to you?
Other than Casey Catanzaro?
Other than
her? You know what? I wish you'd coached or said that you were going to ask this beforehand, because I would have thought about it.
But that's what makes it fun,
right?
Then
yeah.
You gotta
so
think
now
on
there's
your
going to
toes.
be a whole lot of dead air of me going.
How about I give you mine?
Okay.
Rhea Ripley.
Dude, she is a beast.
She is awesome.
Oh God, I remember the first Mae Young Classic where she was completely different, head and shoulders above where she was. What, a year and a half, 2 years ago. So good. You know what? I'm gonna go with Io Shirai.
Okay.
Because she right when she got there, she was like, you know what, Riot Squad, bam, bam, bam,
no,
you're all
was
down.
Impressive.
And then I'm gonna do a fucking moonsault. Is it a moonsault? Yeah, a moonsault that's gonna put Charlotte Flair's to shame.
Yep.
And which is not to shit on Charlotte Flair's moonsault. That's probably one of the best things, or one of the flashiest things she has in her arsenal. But yeah, Io Shirai.
How excited were you when Alexa Bliss came out at 26? So late in the game.
I was like, yes.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
No.
You
definitely, I don't think you're a fan of hers anymore. But she took a beating.
She did.
For someone coming right back from an injury.
Yeah.
That was serious enough to keep her out and contemplating retirement.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Oh,
Some of the bumps
you
she took.
You don't half-ass anything. You full-ass everything.
That's true. Can Bayley be a badass, or are we just done with her?
I wonder every time she comes out.
Her character sucks.
Yeah.
It's stale. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Daniel Bryan said enough with the yes movement. Can she come out and say enough with the hugs?
I was about to say the exact same thing.
And that's why we do this podcast.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because we have the same ideas for everything. Hence why this was so down to the wire.
And poor Lana.
Yeah. Oh.
I just, she did everything she could to make it out to the ring.
She did.
And then Becky Lynch was like, "Oh, not fair. I didn't get a chance to win." So then she has to come in and do it.
To be fair, because of Nia Jax, even as much of the trooper that Lana is, I don't think there was any way that she was going to be able to even make it to the ring by the time the show was over.
Well, it makes me like Nia Jax even less.
Yeah.
You push somebody down when they're already on the ground.
Twice in one night.
Yeah, that makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Just like Brock Lesnar.
Good for you, Nia.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
I did like. I was trying to remember. There was a thing that I was thinking of. I saw a tweet that was like, "Who has the longer entrance, Undertaker at WrestleMania or Lana at the Royal Rumble?"
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was very sad when you didn't react immediately.
That was pretty funny. Well, because I was like, wait a second. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. All right, no, pretty good. Well, congratulations,
yes,
Becky Lynch won. But she technically came in at the 28th spot, which was an even number, which was what I had.
Yeah,
so it came down to the men's Royal Rumble.
Yes.
The GCW Championship.
Yes. How sad was I when Elias was number one? I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
He's no Roman Reigns.
And then he went up
He's
against
no Mr. McMahon.
JEFF.
JARR.
ETT. That's
Mr.
right.
Double J.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, ooh. I know it hurts you.
Nothing hurts me.
but I did like that spot where he slammed the guitar over Double J.
That did hurt me.
Yeah. I was like, as it was happening, as it was like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is, they're having a little like sing along. Oh, that's nice little nostalgia pop. And then like I saw the turn happening in Elias, and I was like, oh no, Tim, look away.
I did. Johnny G.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
Oh
to
my
see.
God, he killed it there too. Zibba
Was there
zabba
a
zibba
bee in
za.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He killed it, and he stayed for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on with Smojo?
Who knows?
Did he piss someone off?
AJ Styles' family.
But besides that,
but yeah, no, yeah.
Mr.
First one eliminated in Survivor Series, and barely spent any time in the Rumble.
Mr. Burn It Down. My selection came in at number 10.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned that he came in so early.
Yeah, and that he was an even number.
Yes. Yeah, that was not good.
I literally,
I knew
that
it was over.
That was the only thing that would like. I was like,
yeah. Although it did come down to the end.
It did. I was so excited, or like I was trying to keep track of who was even, who was odd, and when Seth Rollins came in, I was like, what 10? Sweet, he can win, and like it makes sense that he wins.
Yeah.
Like it's a good win, and
yeah.
I get a point.
Yeah, the even was definitely the way to go because I got such characters as No Way, Jose, No Way, Jose. Yeah,
who apparently is what the hell was his name? The guy with the rosebuds, Rose.
Adam,
yes, Adam Rose. He's the new Adam Rose.
That's true.
I can't wait to see all of those people in NXT in like a year or two.
Andrade. You like that one? Why can't we just call him Cien Almas?
Right? Because that's not a name. That's 100 Dreams.
Yeah, well, some of us like 100 Dreams.
Yeah, it's true. I know.
He was impressive.
Cien Almas is definitely the cooler name.
He was impressive. It was fun to watch him.
Yes.
Aleister Black was there.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo Crews. Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm listing, the cool ones all were even numbers. As I was stuck with the Baron Corbins and
where was Dean?
The Titus O'Neills.
Titus World Slide?
Dean Ambrose was an even number 14.
Oh, that's right. That's like the cursed number too.
It was.
Yeah. I had never heard that until this year when everyone when it came out that he had asked for his release. Or said that he's not renewing his contract.
Yep.
And like everyone was like, oh, well, he was number 14. And I'm like, where the fuck was this the last couple of years? I don't remember ever hearing anything about the number 14.
No. Were you upset that number 10 was not Ty Dillinger, but Seth Rollins?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. They did it once, and they were like, all right, never again.
My only hope was I got Braun at number 27.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, we all got Nia Jax at number 30. What the fuck?
So I'm okay with it if all the like internet nerds are right and that this harkens in a new era of like a little bit of intergender wrestling.
Sure.
Because it's cool. There's literally nothing wrong with intergender wrestling.
Sure.
As it is, like
then throw Randy Orton out. Don't throw Mustafa Ali out.
Yeah, right.
Okay, if you
want, I always say throw Randy Orton out.
Well, that's true.
He's already half asleep anyway. It should be pretty easy to get him over the rope.
What?
Just tell him that he dropped his vape. I don't vape anymore, man.
But yeah, so I agree with you, but
they could have done it better.
Yeah,
you know what? It could have been Lana.
It could have been, yeah. But poor R-Truth. What's up?
Lana, like R-Truth gets up to where Lana is, and Lana just trips him with her boot.
Yeah.
How great would that have been?
That would have been great. So,
I will say that the best thing to come out of that, the whole R-Truth getting bumped out, was that as consolation to that, they gave him a U.S. title match on the following SmackDown.
They did.
Where who the fuck did Shinsuke piss off to have like a fluke count that like I'm pretty sure was designed to make all the fucking marks, smarks, be like, someone fucked up. Mike Chioda, fucked up and accidentally counted 3, and then Rusev comes out, challenges him, challenges R-Truth to put his belt on the line right away. And I was like, oh no, R-Truth is just being a transitional guy for to sneeze and give away the belt again. And then he fucking like does a whoop whoop quick roll up, and I'm like, not only did the two of them piss off, but who did like R-Truth blow? In the back.
I don't know. I think it's a joke.
Yeah.
And it won't be long before some of these talents are gone.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. I think it's a waste. I think it sucks. But,
yeah.
Maybe things will be better when you have guys like Adam Cole Bebe. And,
you know what? CM Punk might have been right at saying that the best thing that's going to happen to this company is after Vince leaves.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's already shown. I mean, look at NXT.
True. Look at 205 Live.
Yeah. So our GCW belt came down to the last 2 guys.
It did.
Strowman wins. I retain.
Yep.
Rollins wins. You win.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins came out as the winner. So I was correct in that Seth Rollins did win the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Just like you were correct that Becky Lynch won the Royal Rumble for the women.
Yes.
So you are, sir, the new GCW champion.
Yes.
So congratulations.
I would like to thank Buddy Murphy because when you do the math, it was his win that caused me to have ultimately won.
Yes. Match of the night.
Yeah.
What was the match of the night, you say? Because we still have the other belt.
It's true.
The MVP belt. That's right.
What was
the match of the night? Is a tricky one.
It is. It is a tricky one. I do think, oddly enough, that it probably was Becky versus Asuka for the match of the night, at least like to me. Like that's what I'm feeling. Cuz that's the one that I like looking back on it still remember the most. Possibly just because I'm such a fucking dork for Becky Lynch, so I was that much more invested in it.
Yeah.
But it was also like it was a good match.
It was hard for me to pick the match of the night.
Yeah.
Because none of these singles matches really stood out.
Yeah.
So it came down to the Royal Rumble matches.
Yeah.
The women's and the men's.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it was a tough call.
Yeah.
But it was impressive that I picked Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
But I have to say, it was more impressive that you picked Becky Lynch.
Oh.
We have a new MVP champion.
Oh. Yes.
Winner and new Geek Out MVP champion, Chris Nolan.
God.
The first trifecta undisputed champion in GCW history. That's right. You get both belts and the crown. Sir, take your pictures.
Yeah.
Today.
Now I know how Chris Jericho felt.
Hats off to you.
And crown's on.
Tomorrow, I'll get my revenge.
I'm sure you will.
So until next time, Timmy C signing off.
Oh.
Drinks on you, Malt. SJY 3000, we got some work to do. Because I need to get my belts back.
These are right at home. They're never leaving.
Congratulations.
We'll see you guys at Elimination Chamber.
See you.